Hey everybody out there, it is a very snowy day. It's very snowy. I definitely won't be going anywhere today, you guys. So that means I'll be inside doing some videos. And the first upload today will be why I went to prison, or the why I went to prison video. Stay tuned. So you guys, I've been to jail for a lot of shit. Drug dealing. Oh my God, so many drug situations. Um, like I said, carrying concealed weapons. And just like I said, numerous amounts of stuff. But I do have to also say this to you guys, and that's why I came back to make this little clip. A lot of this behavior came from drugs. I had started tooting powder, and that cocaine it wasn't for me. It had me in a whole nother element that was not me, but that pretty much started it, you guys. And from there, it was a downward domino effect, downhill. So I just want to come back in there and add that in case some people out there being like, oh no, she lying. She ain't telling the story right. Yeah, yeah. I'll just start with the minor stuff, y'all. Man, where do I start? It's sad, but I got a record. I do have a record. But I'll say this, you guys. I've done a little bit of everything from A through Z. I really have. I really don't know where to start, but just let me think about it. Just give me 2 seconds and I'm going to get it. Okay, y'all. I've been to jail for burglary, which is why I went to prison. I have been to jail for fighting. Oh my God, numerous amounts of time for fighting. Prostitution. I went to jail for prostitution, you guys, in Las Vegas. That's a wild trip, and I was really young, but it happened. I went to jail for carrying, concealed weapons. I got many charges for that. I have a lot of charges for, I don't know why my voice is starting to crack, you guys, but bear with me. I got into some trouble with this little person, a doctor. Of course, I'm not going to say his name, but he convinced me, and the money was right, to go with him into Cuba and smuggle Cohiba cigars. And for all of you that don't know about Cohiba cigars, they're very, very expensive from Cuba. And what we did was in framework, like a picture that's in a frame. We would smuggle the cigars wrapped in saran wrap and all that type of stuff for the dogs and all that type of stuff. We wrapped it up. The cigars were hidden in the frames of the pictures. Okay? That was a big one. And I think that's really when a lot of the stuff started to dawn on me that maybe I'm being watched. It's some things going on here. But to sum it all up, you guys, that wasn't the reason why I went to prison. Like I said, I went to prison for burglary. Okay. 1 count, felony burglary. And it all started when, back in the day, you guys, I lived on this block. I've mentioned it before. I lived on Prospect. I've had quite a few apartments on Prospect in my lifetime, but back then when I was in my early 20s, you guys, is when I met this guy named, well, I'm not going to say his name. But he was a friend of mine, and he happened to live in this building that I was robbing or burglarizing. And this was not a Rudy Poop type place, meaning they had, you just couldn't walk up in this place. You had to basically register to go see anybody in the building. And that was my way in, my friend. I would, put all his information down, go see him, really honestly visit him. But I would leave. And when I left, he really did think I was leaving the building. He didn't know I was robbing his friends. And it had got to the point where so many burglaries had taken place. The people basically was trying to figure it all out. An investigation got launched. And, that right there is pretty much, where the people, the police, started to pry. They started to get suspicious because they start breaking it down. Like I said, they were investigating. Every time this particular person comes in, because like I said, you have to sign in, somebody comes up robbed. So they start putting it together. And you guys, I got greedy. Like a lot of criminals do get greedy. But I was paying my rent from the things that I would steal. Credit cards, Japanese artifacts, antiques. And the reason why I say that is because the guy that I was going to visit was an antique dealer and collector and an appraiser. So he really taught me what to look for. And I did that. But it wasn't in a way that I should have, you guys. So basically, I robbed a lot of his friends. I was paying all my bills and everything just off of, these licks to this one particular place. So, you guys, that's what did it, my greed. I got too greedy. I didn't know when to stop. And my friend told me, when I went to visit him, he told me, he said, there's been so many burglaries in the building and nobody can figure it out. Everybody is really, really afraid. We're trying to just, be safe, but somebody keeps getting robbed. People keep getting robbed. So I'm like, no shit, really? Okay. But anyway, he told me that the management was about to install, okay, individual cameras on each floor. It was only 10 floors in this building because the first 2 floors was like people who had minimal money. But from the 3rd floor up to 10, they had a maximum amount of money. And yeah, I did it. Basically, I should have listened to him when he said that they were about to install private cameras on each floor. That would have been the red flag to listen. And I didn't. Hard-headed, living fast, all this money, just not really caring about what, the consequences. So basically, you all, and this is around the anniversary time, which is why I waited to do this video. But my prison or jail anniversary started December 26th, the day after Christmas. I'll never forget it. At that time, I was staying with my aunt, who's now she passed away, you guys. My auntie Sherland, we was real close. We had Christmas. This was 2009. We had Christmas. And the next day I knew, because I plotted what I was going to do. And I told her, I'll see you, I'll be back the next day, whatever, you guys. Didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. I went to try to rob these people the next day on the 26th. And you guys, going into the building, seemed like everything was pretty normal. Eyes was on me, though. They were expecting me. And so I went into the building, got into somebody's apartment. That person wasn't there. I'm looking around for whatever valuable, spot a ring, a big ring. It happened to be a 7-carat flawless, 7-carat ring, flawless. At any rate, got that. Didn't have time to look around because this person actually was coming. So this person was coming. We had a confrontation. I didn't want to hit her or anything, so I kind of just maneuvered myself and got out. I got out past her and shot down the stairs. I was gone, but she had already called. Like I said, they were waiting, and I got downstairs. I got out the building. I'm walking down Prospect because I knew that I had a friend that lived very, very close on this same block, very close. So I make it to his apartment, and I'm thinking, okay, I just gotta chill here for a minute, you know, just let me stay here for, you know, just a little while. Not knowing the cops had saw where I went. They didn't know which apartment, but they knew I was in the building, and basically they weren't gonna let it go. I eventually did leave, and I was on foot at the time, you guys, dumb. And I made it 1 block away trying to get on the bus, y'all, to make it back to where I was living, and police pulled up on me like that. They said it was some robberies that had just taken place. They took me back to the building. The people identified me, yes, and that was it, guys. I went to the county, Milwaukee County, and basically got bounced around from Milwaukee County to the House of Correction, bounced around back and forth, back and forth. And the reason why I was bounced around so much is because at the county, they have facilities for people with mental issues. And I was put in that facility because I was a fighter. I was pissed. I was angry. So I was fighting a lot, and that's why I was always going to the county, because the county only had this facility. At the House of Correction, they didn't. It was just like a big dorm, and everybody just in there. If y'all know what that's like, okay, I'm not good. But anyway, that's how it went down. I got bounced around for 8 to 9 months in between the House of Correction and the county before I was shipped off to Tachita prison, where I had to stay for 2 years. And, you know, I had a lot of time to think. You know, I had a lot of time to change my life. And basically, you guys, that's what I did. You know, I was determined to do it. I got out 2012, you know, and, you know, I've been trying to just grind the legal way. Okay. So, yeah, that's what happened, you guys. Those are the time frames. That's how it all went down. Like I said, I got out and pretty much tried to do it right. And I did tell myself I ain't going back to prison, though. I told myself that, and I didn't. So I'm glad. And you guys, I'm so much stronger now. And I just wanted you all to know my journey, to know that where I came from to where I am now, baby, it didn't just happen. I grinded hard to get back here. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I know I'm going to hear some comments about it, so bring it on. To the loop, guys. Love you.